Happy holidays, everyone. Welcome back. Randall here with Cookin Under Pressure, YouTube channel dedicated to teaching you how to use your pressure cooker. It is the holidays and people are looking for gifts for family and friends. I'm getting asked a lot of questions. Which pressure cooker should I buy? Should I buy an Instapot or Ninja or something else? Well, today we're going to show you the new Instapot that I bought during a Cyber Monday, and I'll give you all of the functionality on this cool new Instapot, as well as compare it to some of my other pressure cookers. If you get a chance, please click on subscribe below, give us a like if you like the video, and also hit the notification bell to get all of our updated videos. Now, let's go take a look at my new Instapot. Hey guys, welcome back. Here is my stable of pressure cookers. I know it looks like a Lexus or a Mercedes commercial with all of these silver units sitting out in this video. We have a lot of different pressure cookers here today that we're going to talk about. I started my pressure cooker journey in 2013, which I think I mentioned in one of my earlier videos, the Basics 101, that I started when I watched a QVC commercial late at night and I saw Wolfgang Puck using a pressure cooker. That was 2013. Here is that pressure cooker. As you can see, it is a little beat up. But now I have 4 pressure cookers that I use on a regular basis for different reasons, different ways that I use them. They have different sizes, a little bit different functionality. And as I mentioned, Cyber Monday got a hold of me this year and I bought and upgraded to an Instapot. As you know, I usually cook with an Instapot in probably my last 10 videos. That was an Instapot Luxe, but I upgraded to an Instapot Duo Evo Plus. Now, today we're going to talk a little bit about all of these names of pressure cookers, the types of different pressure cookers, the ones that I have, the ones that I use, all of the functionality, and how we can help you pick out a pressure cooker that works perfect for you. This new Instapot, it's not new, it came out last year. It's probably one of the highest rated pressure cookers. For Thanksgiving, I did a live demo at my good buddy Yogi's place. He owns the Grand Oaks mail store, and he let me do a 2-hour demo over there. While I was demoing to some of the folks in the community here in Orlando that came by, they all asked me, what's the difference between this pressure cooker? What's an Instapot? What's a pressure cooker? Many people don't realize that an Instapot is a pressure cooker. Just like Kleenex took over the name tissue, Instapot has kind of hijacked the name of the actual pressure cooker. So an Instapot is a pressure cooker, and there are lots of different brands and models of pressure cookers. So we'll talk a little bit about the pressure cookers that I have today, and hopefully we can get you excited about purchasing a pressure cooker for yourself, someone in your family, or for a friend of yours. More people are staying home, a lot less going out for dinner, and it is essential to have a pressure cooker. If you've been afraid of using a pressure cooker, if you just think of your grandma's pressure cooker back in the day, these units are high technology, they're super easy to use. This video hopefully will get you excited about buying a pressure cooker, buying the right one for you, and then you can take a look at some of the recipes that I have come up with. I'm close to about 25 recipes now and 25 videos, so there's recipes for all different seasons. We've got holiday ham if you're interested in doing one. We have soup, for example, where I do a butternut squash and pumpkin soup. I'm getting ready to do a holiday mushroom cream soup that you'll see in the new Instapot. So lots of different ways that you can use your Instapot. If you're interested in seeing some of the recipes or some of the food that I cook, check out my Instagram page at Cookin Under Pressure. So let's start out with the pressure cookers that I have here. Starting with the dates that I bought these pressure cookers. As I mentioned, I had the original Wolfgang Puck. So let's go to the 8-quart Wolfgang Puck. This pressure cooker is just an upgraded version of the original one that I bought in 2013. It is an 8-quart pressure cooker, and really I only use it for large items such as ribs or large Boston butts, pork shoulders. It's an 8-quart. If I'm having 20 people over and I need to use 2 pressure cookers, this is the one I'll use. It is the simplest pressure cooker. It just has a dial on it, and it only has one temperature, which is high, and that's it. It's that simple. But sometimes, as you know, keeping it simple is the best way to go. So that's what I love about this pressure cooker. Over here, this is the one that I started out with on cooking under pressure, and this is the Power Pressure Cooker XL. I love this one. This is an 8-quart pressure cooker. Lots of buttons that you can see. A lot of these pressure cookers look similar. Don't get intimidated by all the buttons. Don't get intimidated with the functionality. A lot of people say, oh, I'm afraid, I don't understand. It looks like it's too complex. These units are not complex. They really are easy to use. So this one, very simple to use. I've had this one for, I don't know, probably about 5 years now. I love this pressure cooker, and this is the one I used mostly. I use this one for my ribs as well. I use this one for pulled pork. Any large group, when I'm having friends come over, I like to use these two on the end because they're both 8 quarts. This one right here is the one that you've seen mostly on my videos lately. This is the Instapot Luxe. Now, I never thought I'd go with an Instapot until I looked on YouTube and I checked out most people were using Instapots, and I started to read about the success that they were having with the functionality and how easy they were used. So I went with the Luxe, which was the very basic brand. Now, Instapot started in 2010. Believe it or not, it originally was going to be called iPot, but they thought that sounded too close to iPod, so they went with Instant Pot. And it's not Instapot, it's Instant Pot. Most people don't realize that. This is a real basic model. What's nice about it is it has all the functionality that I have over here with my Power Pressure Cooker XL, but it's only a 6-quart pressure cooker, and for 2 people in my family, it's perfect. We can make a dish at night and we can have leftovers for the next day usually. Now, Instapot has a lot of brands. Obviously, like I said, they started in 2010, and they kept improving their pressure cookers, and of course they kept changing the name. So I have a Luxe here. That wasn't the original one. There was Duo, there's Duo Plus. This one is Duo Evo Plus. There's Max. QVC has one just for QVC called Viva. There is Costco has one called Duo Nova, I believe. This Duo Evo Plus, Evo I believe is more on the evolution because it has evolved. I can't wait to show you all of the functionality with this one compared to the Luxe. They're both great pressure cookers. However, the upgrades that they did in the Duo Evo Plus are fantastic. Going to make my videos a lot better, going to help you out a lot more. And I got it at during Cyber Monday for $69, which I couldn't believe. That was such a great price. As I mentioned, I've used it twice already. Absolutely love it. I find there's a lot of positive upgrades that they did in the cooking times, in the lid, in the pot. Those are some of the things that I want to go over with you and show you some of those upgrades to see if that's something that you might be interested in purchasing if you're getting your first pressure cooker or you want to upgrade your current pressure cooker. So let's take a look at the Duo Evo Plus Instapot now. First thing I noticed when you pull the sleek Duo Evo Plus out of the box is how huge and monstrous this screen is. I mean, look at the size of that compared to the Luxe model. It's just a huge screen, easy to see, nice dials, some buttons on the side. We start out with the pressure cook function, and that will give you a ton of presets. You can see soup, which I'll be doing next week, a mushroom soup, poultry. I've got a chili recipe, I've got custom, and they're all just timed presets, which is phenomenal. So once you click what you want, let's say we were going to make the soup that I'll make next week, you just go straight to start and it puts it on. And what's nice is now we have a preheating indicator. It lets you know when it gets up to pressure. There's also a cooking indicator you can see here. And then there is a warm indicator that lets you know when the pressure starts to decrease and you can open up your pressure cooker safely. Just a great addition to the functionality of this awesome Instapot. So we're going to cancel that and let's check out the rice function. If you take a look up, you can click on the banner here for my white rice recipe, super easy recipe. But now you have easy preset functions for rice, oatmeal, quinoa, brown rice, risotto, and those are just timed presets. Super easy, and you just click this dial and you can click on custom, goes to 12 minutes, and you can adjust the time if you want. Or, like I said, you can pick if you want to do brown rice or quinoa, whichever one you choose. Fantastic. Next up, the steam. This doesn't actually pressure cook. There's no pressure for this one. You can steam broccoli, potato, and it also has a sterilization function, which is great. Saute, great new upgrade for this is you can actually choose the temperature. Just like up on your stove, you can have a low and a high. So if you want to saute on my Lux, it's just a high temperature, so sometimes it gets really hot quickly. So that is a great addition that they have added to this Instapot. Love that one. Next up is slow cook, and you can click on slow cook and it becomes a slow cooker. So I just got a call from my friend Jacqueline who reached out and said, hey, should I get a slow cooker? Should I get pressure cooker, Instapot? And here you got both of them. It's fantastic. So it will not use pressure. It will slow cook. So if you're making a Boston butt or pork shoulder, yeah, it's going to take 5 to 8 hours versus using it in the pressure cooker. But if you want to slow cook, you've got that function. Next up is the sous vide function. I have never used or cooked sous vide. It's where you put food, mostly meat, in a sealed pouch inside of water and you can cook it inside here. I probably will try it out once, but sous vide is a function that I most likely will not use very much with this Instapot. Yogurt, a lot of folks are making yogurt now. It does not use steam, it does not use pressure, but you can cook and make yogurt if you've got kids, if you're on a specific diet, if you just love yogurt and want to make your own yogurt. This is a great function that you can use to make yogurt. You've got custom time on there, pasteurize and ferment. Next up is bake. You guys may have seen I just did my peanut butter cheesecake with chocolate ganache. Here you can have a pressure setting, or you can actually cook inside this pressure cooker. You've got cake, cheesecake, pudding, and proofing, which is great functionality if you do desserts, and I plan to do more desserts in the future. What's also nice about this screen is on the keep warm function. We'll cancel that and just put it on keep warm. You can keep dishes warm for 24 hours and you can adjust the temperature now on the warm setting, which is phenomenal. Again, just like saute, you can put on to make it low to high. I think there's about 6 different settings that you can do to range the temperature, so that is a great option. And last, you can see there's a delay start, so if you wanted to cook a meal later in the day, you can put your food in there, hit the delay start, set the timer, and it will start 5 hours down the road if you want to do that. These are some of the upgrades that they made to this screen. I think they really added a lot of great functionality to the Instapot with this great screen. Now here is the lid with a fantastic ergonomic design that they have really enhanced. You can see it's very slick, sleek design. We have what's really a nice addition and upgrade is this steam cover. It's kind of like a governor. It muffles steam that sometimes can come out pretty intensely when you do a quick release. They've also added this vent seal toggle. If you see here on my lugs, the steam valve and the seal vent is all on the same apparatus. So here it's separate, and what's really nice is the safety feature of locking this lid now. It automatically goes into the seal mode, which is great. You can see the little red indicator valve as well. They've also added this quick cool technology, and I don't really know how cool it is. You can take this little lid off. They mention it in the sales pitch, however, they don't tell you that you have to purchase about a $10 tray that goes inside here. And what you do is you fill it with ice, and it is supposed to reduce the natural release by 50%. I'm either going to do just a natural release or a quick release. I'm not sure why you would want to speed up that natural release unless you're in a hurry, but that is the quick cool technology. You can add ice there and you just take that lid off. Look at these new fins that they've added on both sides, and this is kind of a game changer for my videos. What's really, really nice here is now you'll see these fins fit perfectly in the corner, either on the left side there or on the right side. So when I'm doing my videos, whichever side that I'm doing it from, you now have the ability to put this lid up on both sides, and that really, I think, is going to be a game changer for some of my videos. You can see inside the lid, basically exactly the same. There is a clear seal ring in there. They give you 2 rings. I'll mention that in the accessory portion. Now with the pot, they absolutely hit it out of the park with the upgrades on this awesome pot. You now have handles that are covered in silicone that are super cool to the touch. That is a giant upgrade. And another huge upgrade is now you can see the bottom of the pot is now flat. This stainless steel pot, you can see I already have a few stains in there from cooking in it a few times, but it is flat. The oil, when you put it in, will not go to the sides, and if you have leftovers, what is a really awesome functionality now is the next day you can put that on your stove and heat up the leftovers right on the stove, whether it's an electric stove, gas stove. This stainless steel pot now allows you to do that. Huge upgrade. I'm sure I'll be using that. I'll probably buy a specialized Instapot lid for it too. I think they're about $8 or $10, so I can cover it up so we can have our leftovers the next day. Great enhancement. Also, you can see inside this pot they have added a little bit more clarity on the markings of measurements, which is pretty nice. And also, see the handles? They've got spots that you actually will hold the pot right in place. So when I'm cooking, sometimes if I'm stirring things around, sometimes that pot is flying around, now it locks into place. Another huge upgrade for me is this condensation bucket back here, because water always collects on the ring and goes all over the place when I pull that lid off, and it's usually on the table. I have to clean it up. Now it will drain right into this little basket, and that comes out nice and easily. You can empty it. Huge upgrade. I'm sure that will help my cooking videos as well. So the pot, as I said, they hit a home run with it. This is really going to help me out a lot with our videos, and also in choosing a pressure cooker, I think you'll probably use the functionality of putting it on your stove to cook leftovers. Great upgrade. Last but not least, they included an extra sealing ring. It's a red ring versus just a clear ring. And the purpose for that is you can kind of mix up the 2 rings. One if you want to do maybe the red one just with your sweets and keep it anything you're cooking on the sweet side, and the clear one you have maybe just for your savory. Most of the foods I cook are savory, but I did do that cheesecake, so I would be able to use this sealing ring for the sweeter ones. Also, they give you a trivet with kind of short little handles on here. I don't know if I'll really use this because I have my silicone trivet, but this is kind of nice if you know, you want to put like a 3-pound Boston butt, you could lift it right out, or some chicken wings maybe on top of that. I really prefer to use my silicone trivet. It's a little bit easier and the handles are a little bit longer. But those are the accessories that come with it, and it's a nice bonus as part of the Duo Evo Plus. So there you go. There's a little overview of the pressure cookers that I have and a nice general overview of the new Duo Evo Plus Instapot that I just bought. Folks, now is the time to get yourself a pressure cooker. I highly recommend it. I'm telling you, it will make your life so much easier. I get asked lots of questions. Is it safe? Can I make this in it? Can I make that in it? Think of whatever you cook. If I could make a cheesecake in it, you can pretty much make anything other than probably a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in it. And even jelly you could definitely make if you wanted to can some jelly. These pressure cookers will pretty much cook anything in way faster time than you're usually doing it in your oven and on top of your stove. And the flavor is so much better. These pressure cookers infuse flavor into all your dishes. I'm telling you, go out this holiday and get yourself a pressure cooker, whether it's an Instapot or any other pressure cooker, a Ninja Foodie or Power Pressure Cooker XL. Get yourself a pressure cooker. Send me some comments, send me some questions. I will be glad to help you out. I love these. I could not live without my pressure cooker. We cook with it 2 or 3 times a week and absolutely enjoy and love the food that we make with it. It's the holiday season. Be safe out there. Wear your mask. Be good to one another. And as always, if you ain't cooking under pressure, you ain't cooking. We'll see you in the next video.